This will be a video chart on ticker symbol FNMA. We will take a look at the daily time frame. Done this one multiple times. If you follow the videos, you know that, and you've seen all sorts of them. The past one I did was a few days ago, and we did the 60-minute chart, and I wanted to do that because during that video and that portion of time, the price was just really hovering around this channel here. But today, unfortunately, the price did break to the downside of it, and you can see, the price did not like that. So with the break to the downside, this big red candle is formed. So this channel has now been violated, but that was just a short-term channel. As far as the overall chart's concerned, things are still bullish. And everything is still hanging in there, and I'll explain what sort of levels that we want to continue to watch and stuff like that in this video. But the chart definitely does need an update after today's action, and I just should have noticed that earlier, but when you see the volume, so like I said, the price truly did not like seeing it break to the downside of this channel, with all the volume that came in. But things are still maintaining, and that's a good lead into the next point. And when I say things are still maintaining, the one level that has now acted as a support multiple times now is this high from back here on March 21st. You can see this was another big volume day, so this was one of these levels where when the high did get put in here, it became a very important level of resistance, and that is valued at $1.47. So $1.47 is one of these pretty important levels of support just for that very reason. It's got a pretty big history. You can see here acted as resistance, and then on this day when this resistance was finally broken, things really took off. Then on this pullback here, you can see found support, and then today once again found support. And the other reason this is very important is it basically corresponds exactly with a very important moving average, that being this purple line here, the 50-day simple moving average, and that's valued at $1.37. So really, if you wanted to make things easy, you could just say there's a support zone between a dollar. What did I say this was? $1.47 and $1.37. So a 10-cent little support zone right here. Another level of support, if that support zone does not hold, is going to be down here. Change that to green real quick. And this value, or this level, comes from just previous highs, just kind of like the other one. You can see here acted as resistance again, and then here when the price did break above it, you can see that also led to that move. And this level is valued at, we'll call it 98 cents, maybe just call it a dollar, since that's the psychological level anyway. So these are the key levels of support now. Hopefully, none of these get tested, but these, to answer the questions, are the levels that you'll want to keep an eye on. In terms of resistance levels, remains the same, basically the top of that channel, which we've been talking about before. That'll be the initial level of resistance that the price will need to fight above. And then after that, things thin out and you don't have anything until basically up here in the 270 range. But for the time being, now that the price has broken to the downside, it's more a question of establishing and figuring out where this new bottom is going to be, before worrying about any sort of upwards move. That's kind of priority number one at this point. So that is where the chart currently stands, though. Again, short-term perspective, yeah, it wasn't the greatest to see it fall out of that channel, but from the overall chart perspective, it's still above all the supports, still above those key moving averages, so the overall context is still bullish. So if there are any other questions, though, let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to sign up for a newsletter up there. When you do that, you'll receive a free ebook. And if you enjoyed the video and want to learn more about charting and how to use it in your strategy as a trader, I'd encourage you to click below and look at our education course, over 8.5 hours of video and teaching. That'll teach you how to use charts and pull profits from the market. So I'd encourage you to make an investment in your education as a trader and check it out. One more time, this was FNMA. Thanks for listening and have a good weekend.